Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about 6 things nice guys say that turn women off, okay? So the first thing that will turn a woman off you is saying things like I like you or I love you before she has said it. Now, this isn't always the truth because maybe a long time has gone by and perhaps she's just shy and she's not, she does feel that way about you and you know that she feels that way about you. But a lot of nice guys say these things too soon. So the occasion when it's okay to say things like I like you or I love you is usually when there's a lot of time has gone by and you've been dating each other for a good few weeks and maybe even a couple of months, okay? So basically how you'll know if she feels the same way about you but perhaps is just hasn't verbally said it yet because she's shy or she's worried that she's going to come on too strong herself is that let's say you've met her family, let's say you've met her friends, let's also say that you're now spending the whole weekends together, you're spending a lot of time together. That's when it's okay to say these things, okay? But not when you first start dating a woman. Okay, it's not a good idea to say this when, let's say you've only been on one date with her, or even just only 2 dates with her. Okay, if you really don't want to come across too nice and to turn her off, the best thing to do is to wait for her to say it first. Just wait for her to say it. Just wait for her to say I like you. Wait for her to say I love you. Okay. And then you won't come across too strong, okay? Because that's one of the things that will turn a woman off you. So if you say it too soon, you're coming on too strong, okay? Which is why you wait until, let's say you guys are now spending the weekends together, you're spending a lot of time together. That's when you say it, okay? And usually by then anyway, she's usually said it first anyways, okay? So just avoid that and just wait for her to say it if you're really unsure of when the right time is to say those kinds of things, okay? So the next thing that a nice guy will say that will turn a woman off will be, what do you want to do? So what I mean by this is that when you're planning a date and you're planning to meet out, don't ask her what she wants to do, okay? Just offer a suggestion. If she doesn't like the suggestion, then she will tell you. Okay, she'll say, oh no, we can't go there because I know someone that works there. How about we go here instead? Or she'll say, do you have anywhere else in mind? And then you can offer another suggestion, okay? But don't ask her what she wants to do. So let's say you've got a date lined up for Saturday. Just say, great, let's meet on Saturday. Let's meet at 7 p.m. at the Turkish restaurant. And more than likely, she will just be happy to go along with that unless she has a reason to not, which might be that she knows someone that works there and she doesn't want to go there or something like that. Or perhaps she's been there before and she doesn't really like the food. Perhaps there's something wrong there with the food. It's just one of those things, okay? So don't ask her what she wants to do, okay? Because more than likely, if you ask her what do you want to do, she's just going to say, oh, I don't know, what do you want to do anyway? And you're just going to have this really boring back and forth trying to figure out what's going on. So just have a place in mind that you'd like to take her before you ask her out, and then you won't have that issue and be like, yeah, okay, well, let's meet at 7 p.m. at the Turkish restaurant, and it will most likely be met with, great, let's do that. So number 3, and the next nice thing that is too nice and will turn a woman off would be, would you like to go out sometime? So when you approach a woman that you like and you want to ask her out, don't say something that's really insecure like this, like, oh, would you like to get a drink sometime? Would you like to go out with me sometime? No, be more direct and be more of a leader and just go up to a woman who you like and say, I really like to get to know you better. When are you free? And then you wait for her to say when she's free or to say that she's not interested. Okay, that's all you have to do. So a woman as well who is not interested, if you don't get a yes, like, oh yeah, I'd love to do that, I'm actually free Saturday and Sunday. If you get anything other than that, then she's not interested in you. So if she says something like, oh, I'm not really into dating right now, or just flat out no, or some other kind of excuse, then it's best to leave her and go and talk to another woman, focus your interest on someone else. If you're not getting an enthusiastic yes and she tells you when she's free, she's probably not that interested in you, okay? So another thing that nice guys say that turn women off is, what are we? Okay, so let's say you've been on a couple of dates with a woman and now you're wondering if you're entering the relationship zone. But and you say something like, oh, what are we? What are we? Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? You know, asking that kind of question. Again, that comes from a place of weakness and insecurity. Okay, because you want to know where you stand, and you're afraid that you're not where you want to be with her. Okay, so you're afraid of where you stand with her. So you're asking, what are we? Right? It just shows insecurity. So basically, what you want to do is you want to wait for her to say these things. You want to wait for her to ask you, what are we, rather than you doing that, okay? Because again, it just shows more confidence in you if you just keep on doing what you're doing, okay? Because basically your main focus when you're dating a woman is to just have fun, have a good time, meet her out, and just have fun and get to make her laugh, and also having a good time yourself. So that's what you got to focus on. You got to focus on just the fun aspect of it, and building the anticipation, so it leads to intimacy. You don't want to be focused on figuring out if you two are boyfriend and girlfriend and stuff, because it just shows insecurity. Wait for her to say these things first, okay? It's the same with I like you and I love you. Wait for her to say things like, oh, so what are we? These kinds of things. And usually that conversation might not even come up. It might not even crop up, right? Because you two have just naturally transitioned into being a couple. Okay, you don't usually have to say, are we in a relationship? Because it's just evidently there, because you're spending so much time with each other, right? And you're seeing each other on the weekends. You've met her parents, she's met yours. You know each other's friends. Your worlds have collided basically, and you're spending most of your time together. Yeah, you're in a relationship. You don't need to ask, what are we? Because it's evident. Okay, so you may not ever get that from her. Okay, so the next thing that nice guys say that turn women off is the constant messaging of, hey, how are you? What are you up to? And you send it like 100 times a week, okay? You don't need to do that. When you're dating a woman, all you need to do is really ask her out once a week. You don't really need to be talking on the phone all the time and texting all the time. You should do what Corey Wayne says, which is to just use the phone for setting up dates and using it as a tool to do that, not getting to know each other and, being constantly in each other's DMs. Now, it's fine if a woman messages you and says, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you up to? Because it shows that she's really attracted to you, and the anticipation is building, and she's starting to fall in love with you. But whenever a woman is messaging you, yeah, as Corey Wayne says, assume it means that she wants to see you and to arrange another time or get together, or just to say, I'm doing really, really well, I hope you are too, I can't wait to see you on the date that you guys have already planned a date, okay? So don't be constantly sending the hey, how are you, and hey, what are you up to kind of thing. It just gets really boring really quickly for women, and unfortunately it does turn them off, okay? So the sixth thing that nice guys say that turn women off is volunteering just useless information about yourself, okay? And this is the kind of thing that even put me off some women that I dated. I remember once this woman would send me a message after she'd finished work, just finished work, and it's like, okay, what do you want me to do with that information? Okay, great. Like what? It was just really boring, useless information. Now that's a nice text to send someone who's like you're already your girlfriend or your wife, right? Because they'll probably want to know when you're finished work, because then they know when to expect you at home, they know to get the dinner ready, whatever it may be. But for someone that you're just dating, you shouldn't be like saying, just finished work, because they don't know what to do with that information. It's very boring and puts women off, okay? So don't do it. Don't volunteer useless information about yourself, okay? Like that, okay? So those are the 6 things that nice guys say that turn women off. If you would like help with me personally, and you would like help with a specific situation, and you would like coaching, then please go to www.christinelovers.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.